doing, folks? Well, I'm going to move that. You don't need to see junk, but hi, how are you? Okay, folks, how are we? Welcome to the Doug Rice Show, 8 o'clock in the evening. I am here, fresh off some new information, fresh, new, fresh, new, fresh. So, I think I can share this. Yes, I can share this. How's everybody doing? Join me on this platform, folks. Welcome, one and all. My name is Doug Rice. A little short, motherfuckers, but I am. Got my little legs just dangling off off the thing here. So, taking people's advice. How are you, Jay? How are you? And I have put the links to all the things I will pitch. But folks, let me just tell you, I hope you're in. I hope you're settled in because you're in for some interesting shit. Now, something hit me just moments ago. This is going to be fresh. This is going to be new. I'm chock full of coffee, food. My wife's fed me. Had a fucking good day. My company's doing okay. Folks, I have three things going for me. I have the three C's. Okay? I've got a company, which I do. I've got a career, which I do. And I have a cause. You're going to hear about it tonight. Hey, Jay, how you doing? I'm glad it's just you and me, Jay. You and I can just talk. It's late. I want folks to see I want them to see the complete product. So we're going to start this off now. Here's the thing. For those of you who watch this afterwards, and there are a lot of you, I want to thank you. In the description are links to all the things I might mention. As I said, it's 8 o'clock at night, 8:03 to be specific, on the 14th of October, 2021. My wife, her birthday is tomorrow, and she does recognize that, so I'm going to be happy to spend that day with her. I want to ease in to tonight's show. I am always conscious of not saying program because I'm not trying to program anybody. The format tonight is usually the same. It's going to be black news, any current black news, whatever the case may be. But I stumbled on a realization, if you will, that I think has struck me hard and just today and just now. So I don't know if you're aware of what this country is slowly and surely turning into. As the circles, as the wagons circle around everything that is Trump, as subpoenas fly, as folks get referred to the Justice Department, as Trump is investigated in Georgia and other states for interference in this stupid election of a choice between two people who basically have the same agenda for us. Didn't really mean too much for us, but it's interesting to watch, and that's what I'm here to do. Now, here's the thing, man. All of the moves that are being made, all the things that are being said, all the history that's being rewritten, the history that's being ignored, the steps that are being taken, the subtleties that are being applied to current circumstances and what happened on January 6th. This is a churning mixture of circumstances that is resembling pre-Nazi Germany. And you guys better take a look at what I'm talking about. The sentiments, the attitudes, the anti-immigrant the leanings, the rewriting of history, the telling the lie big, the worship of a personality instead of the individual's character. We got a guy that is literally probably one of the most corrupt, openly corrupt white men I have ever taken my displeasure of having to get to know. I mean, I wish the Donald Trump of the 80s was still around. He was still a creep, but we didn't know he was, the creep he is today, the criminal, selfish, thin-skinned, narcissistic, petty, beyond measure. He is the ultimate in caucasity. And the problem is those like him are the ones that are supporting him. Those like Donald Trump are the ones that are backing him and most vocal in him becoming, again, a prominent person and perhaps even in power. And I'm going to tell you something. This man, yeah, it's going to be on this shit because there's some dovetail information that I've looked into. And it's ominous in the fact that it's so fucking predictable in that if you study history and you at least look at the 30s, at Germany in the 30s, and Hitler's rise, his thugs, these same motherfuckers are in this country today. Thug motherfuckers, proud boys that back their chief thug, little Italian wannabe mobster who the Italians pretty much ran over in New York City. You guys don't know the story. Some of you do, some of you don't. Jay, hey, it's just you and me, and I'm good. I'm good because I got a lot to observe this evening. I mean, not just our plight, which is primary to this show, but what's more, I think, pressing at this point is the rise of white nationalism in this country that's now seeping through the very pores. It's no longer, it's not even surface. It's not under the surface anymore. It's rising above, and it's this oily skin on this fucking country that's starting to fucking stink. And I fucking mean it. These people are becoming extremely vocal in their disdain for anything that is not fucking white. And that's just a fucking fact. Their kids are getting vocal. They're educators. They're public servants. They're politicians. They want to eliminate the truth. I mean, they're so open about their white supremacy that they're claiming people are bringing immigrants into more, as they say, more docile and compliant immigrants to come vote Democrat, as if Democrat and Republican is not the same goddamn side of the fucking coin here. I don't even understand this shit. And what's interesting is we're watching it. If you are keeping up with what I post, I mean, think of the attitudes that affect our lives every day in this fucking country. And by attitudes, I mean the hatred for us that drives these motherfuckers insane. And I'm trying to warn you of something, folks. Now, there were Jewish people in Germany, those folks who adopted our religion, Ashkenazi Jewish Europeans who were German, who took note of the rise in anti-Semitism in their country, always blaming someone else for your fucking failures. That's primarily what these beings do. They're running around the country. And I mean, I've seen some of them. If you didn't take a look at some of the fucking specimens that were walking about January 6th, folks with shirts worn saying 6 million's not enough. Let me explain that hatred of Jews for white supremacists. It's just a deflection in their hatred for us, because those individuals are basically pretending to be Negroes. They're doing everything Negroes do in the Bible. And every principal character in the Bible is a Negro. And that's not anything more than truth. All one has to do is read the 13th goddamned tribe. Now, we're going to tell the truth here today. And I'm going to tell you right now, folks, from what I have at least come upon, the fact that they're churning and burning in their white supremacy, the fact that they're really taking in air about themselves all over this fucking country. And for what purpose? What is it that they expect is going to fucking happen? We need to begin to face that. As Negroes in this country, as the prime target of these insane, mad driven motherfuckers who, for some reason, think it's okay, you know, if you ask them to watch where they're driving, for instance, if they're in a vehicle and they may get too close to you and you ask them, hey, watch where you're going, these motherfuckers decide to stop their vehicle, get out of their fucking car, and shoot one of us 7 times, once in the face, surprisingly not killing us and then getting away clean. This is the fucking attitude that's permeating these beings. And one only need take a look at January 6th. Take a look at the fucking landscape and who it was you saw most angry. I'm going to just say this outright. They didn't look like successful people, bro. They didn't look like the cream of the crop. I didn't see too many business suits out there, too many people grabbing them, their briefcases and smartly going about their day and trying to break in a fucking Capitol. You know what I'm saying? What I saw were bearded, dirty fucking dudes. Typical motherfuckers you'd find in some blue collar work. Mad at the world that they're not in a higher position in life. Feeling the fucking squeeze of immigration and yelling to the top of the fucking world that somebody's taking their goddamned country. You know what? It's kind of ironic that they're crying about somebody taking their country in a country that they took from other motherfuckers. That don't escape anybody's notice. I like this. This is nice. This is cozy. Everybody okay? I'm Doug Rice. Show rolls on. This is why I do this. I do this when I am primed and ready and literally, bursting with opinion, insight, observation, angst, attitude, give a fuckness. This is when I come on this motherfucker. Because look, it's not about attack. I don't ever want anyone to think I'm fomenting action. No, in fact, I'm fomenting retreat. I'm fomenting attention. I'm encouraging that you open your fucking eyes and look around without a goddamned grin on your fucking faces as Negroes in this country. Because, folks, if you don't understand what's going on, the shape that this United States is taking in preparation for what I believe is an arrival, an event, something is up. They know something. What's really going on? What's really going on? What is it that's got these folks all excited? What is it? I mean, the same level of folks coming into the country are coming into the fucking country. And by God, if they haven't turned away God knows how many millions and given absolutely no consideration for any asylum for about a year. So I don't know. Everybody's all up in arms about people invading the country. That's not happening. Let me tell you what is happening. High infant mortality rates. That's happening. Low birth rates. That's happening. High skin cancer rates. That's happening. And folks don't seem to be having sex for the purpose of reproducing in certain segments of this society. And numbers are getting low and people are getting a little bit fucking nervous. Some numbers have been calculated. By 2050, there might be a change in the demographics that folks may not agree with. In fact, I don't know, Donald Trump has a new political party and their mantra, what they want to preserve in writing, is the Europeanized way of life. That's what their new political party is talking about. Folks, If you don't know about Nazis, if you don't know about white supremacy in real time and on steroids, you need to take a look at every fucking bit of information you can about these monsters the world worked so hard to put down like the sick fucking animals they were. Well, there seems to be a rise in these same motherfuckers. And you know what? I just ain't up for it. Yeah, I think the Most High, I think the Creator's pretty much close, pretty much by, pretty much. I mean, Jeff Bezos, we're looking at him. He's making a try for the stars, taking Captain Kirk with him. I don't really understand that. That's cool. Captain Kirk seemed like he was going to break down and cry if everybody saw that piece of fine footage. And Kirk trying to express his gratitude. Jeff thankfully cut him off, dousing him with champagne. Thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that. Next time, leave him the fuck up there, okay? Yeah. Yes, folks, I am in rare fucking form. Let me tell you why. It's in our fucking faces now. Isn't it in our faces? How easy do you think a political party led by Donald Trump with the motto of the party draped in white fucking supremacy, how much do you give that a chance of not making it to the White House? These folks have already put the fix in. If they don't like the election, they're going to change what the outcome is. That's done. Half a dozen states, GOP, the new Nazi party about to take over this country. And Negroes, what will you do? What will you do? Donald Trump believes Hitler's an okay guy, has read Mein Kampf, has been known to admire the very man the entire world got together to put to fucking death, and prayerfully, hopefully die he did in a hole like a fucking dog. Now, I don't think the world is up to put these motherfuckers down. I just don't. I think that's part why the God of all creation is on the way back. Because the First World War was involving Germans, white supremacy. The Second World War involved white supremacy. And I think the third time's a fucking charm. We're going to call it like it is here today, God damn it. How come nobody wants to look this in the fucking eye? I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. Look, folks, there's a problem with a segment of your goddamn society. And it's going to do to you what was done to Nazi Germany. And God help you all, because I fully intend to be either someplace else, locked up, or dead. Because those are going to be my choices. I know that. I mean, if you don't think this is real, you better look at the other videos that I have posted. Folks, you don't think they're losing their fucking minds? It doesn't appear to you that there's a goddamned problem and it ain't us? Fuck Chicago. If one person tells me about Chicago, I swear, I don't give two goddamn. You know what? Every time they talk to me about Chicago, every time they talk to us about Chicago, I think we should tell them, you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm sitting there telling you about this crazed individual who got fired from his job, went there the next day and decided everybody had to die. And you gonna tell me about Chicago? Let me. I give a fuck about Chicago about as much as you do. That's what you can do with Chicago, okay? The concern that I have for what's happening in Chicago, now that you've brought it up, only matches yours. Now, what the fuck do you have to say? How upset are you black people are killing each other? Here's the problem. I'm going to say it. I'll say it over and over again. The problem is they can't bring it to punish themselves. They cannot bring themselves to punish themselves. They cannot do it. It's nearly impossible. They could not do it in the Civil War. They could not do it in Nazi Germany because Operation Paperclip and the Catholic Church tells me how difficult it was to truly put Nazis on trial. Now they got about 44 of them, and they made a big show of it. Nuremberg, that was nice. But the millions and tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of devout Nazis that eased their asses back into society and South America, nothing. But let's not talk about the white supremacy we absorbed through want of all their technological advances. So don't tell me, coupled with all these things that happen to us, that we ain't in trouble. White supremacy in this country is real. It's deeply embedded, and now it's seeping to the fucking surface. And it's stinking up the whole fucking country. Oh, yeah, they're going to like this one. Yeah. So I just encourage Negroes, Hebrews. I encourage my family just to understand what I'm telling you is absolutely true. You don't have time to differentiate. You don't have time to determine who's who because, as I've said before, you never meet anybody. You meet their fucking representatives. And a motherfucker smile in your goddamn face is not telling you a fucking thing about what's on their mind. And like Paulie said, Casino, I believe, was it Paulie or Frenchie? Was the big guy? Yeah. Why take a chance? Steer clear. Maintain a close-knit relationship with each other. It's time Negroes got out of Babylon, shook the programming off their mental state, understood where we are in this country, and prepared for the arrival of the kingdom. And that, my friends, is about as much action as I want you to take, because really that's all you can do. You are outnumbered, outarmed, out attitude, dead. And for God's sake, man, killing is their goddamn business. You fucking kidding me? I don't want any Hebrew on the face of the planet to test their resolve. These motherfuckers will eat you alive. Best that you meditate, pray for redemption through the Most High's firstborn, and hope you make it, because shit happens, and God said that too. Straight up. I mean, that's where it's at. I hope everybody can hear me. I hope you understand where my mind's at. Listen, Donald Trump has gone nowhere. White supremacy is on the rise. Right-wing white nationalism. They're already working on an alternative universe that they are weaving. They're weaving this whole tale. The small infraction of breaking into a public building, a government building, and assaulting police, well, that is being met with slaps on the wrist. And now the chick that got herself killed because she was stupid enough to join them is being made a martyr by the very man who incited the fucking riot in the first place. Let me tell you something. They're not going to punish this guy. They're not going to punish themselves. They don't have the stomach for it. I think you need to understand what I'm saying, Hebrews. They can't punish themselves like they can punish others. They can't do to themselves what they find so easy to do to us. And that's the problem. That's why this country will not make it. Because they will allow their hatred to rise. They won't quell it because the pain is too much to bear. They'd rather just have the fucking hatred. And they're going to have it. My job is to tell you to steer clear. Avoidance. Be somewhere else. We're Hebrews, and we were never supposed to mingle with the nations. Our very presence in the middle of all of this is an insult to the Most High God of all creation. I know you didn't like to hear that. That's why us walking around with a goddamn grin on our face just pisses me off so. While they treat us any goddamn way they want to, and we seem and appear to love it. So when you get somebody like me, product of my environment, I guess, fed up with the bullshit, triggered by the 6th of January as I watched white supremacy make a good try and almost succeed, knowing the pendulum of that act will swing back 10 times the strength it's beginning. And folks, I'm telling you to fucking run to each other and the Most High. I'm not playing. I mean this as much as you would like to think everything is cool. I'm telling you it's not. And I can prove it by news article after report, after observance, after the terrors that we suffer at the hands of these monstrous motherfuckers as they grin and smile, baring their fucking teeth. I know, but that's why you're here. I'm Doug Rice. This is the Doug Rice Show. If you have a weak stomach, move the fuck on, because I am not about it this evening. I do not have any cut. I have only straight between your fucking eyes truth, and you may not like it. I'm here to shatter your fucking peace. I don't want you to have a good night's sleep. Not tonight. No. Now's not the time. You know, I often said in the beginning I was going to flee to Ghana, but in reading scriptures, understanding the Creator's intent, He will deliver us. And for those that think it's crazy to wait for something you don't expect to come, I'm as crazy as a loon. But not as crazy as our oppressors are getting. I mean, I'm not so crazy that if I hear, AC/DC, I'm going to start shooting in pickup trucks and shit. Somebody comes up and talks to my woman and says my woman's fine. I'm not going to go ham and start shooting him and whatnot. Shit like that. I don't understand it. I know that it's happened so often we find the behavior normal, but it's not. And we appear to be the target. The agitation appears to lie with us. And it's fucking obvious. All right, how we doing? Don't know what you mean, but I'm a Christian. I don't hate anyone. Well, you know what? God sure hates people. Yes, He does. In fact, this whole deal, you can leave, Paul. You don't hate anybody? Well, that's you. Yeah. Yeah. Even God hates. Not only that, He's not too happy with us. This is, Paul, I'm going to tell you something. I bet you're one of those individuals that you think you and God have a working relationship. I did one today. I did a TikTok video today on a little observation, as I tend to make. And I think, Paul, you might want to hear this because this is true. Okay. First there, Paul, I need you to understand, you and God are not on speaking terms. None of us are. We're not on speaking terms. God doesn't pay attention to a word you say. The very prayers coming out of your putrid mouth is an offense to the purity of the Most High God of all creation. He wouldn't permit the soil of sin in His glorious presence. And how dare you presume that you and the Creator have some special fucking connection? It's an insult. Now, God did create and provide the sacrifice, His firstborn, our intercessor, Jesus, Yeshua. That individual goes to the Creator on our behalf, much as fallen angels asked, So, I hate to shatter your illusion because I know you think you walk with God and whatnot, but I'm here to tell you. And that type of attitude, that dismal, abysmal fantasy of you not hating anybody, how's that working for you? Yeah. So you can go love everyone, even those that stab you in the fucking face. Love them too. Okay? You do that. Me, I'm just going to recess a little bit, take a couple steps back, watch what's about to occur. Understand that God has hatred on his mind. When he returns, he's not coming to love anybody, not at first. So you want to take your Christian bullshit somewhere, that fucking slave religion that I'm certain you're programmed to understand. I get it. Try to be obedient to your masters. Moving on. I don't mean to do that. It's only 3 of us and it's 30 minutes in. Tell them to step away from the danger, because I'm not here for that. Fuck out of here. God hates for 100%. Doesn't like us too much. Just to give you a heads up. In his heart, he regretted he created us to the point that he destroyed millions of us. Kept a few of us alive, and he ain't too happy with that outcome. I don't know where the fuck any of you think the creator is somehow your close personal fucking friend. Closest friend you have is Yeshua. And that king reigns in the heavens. Pray to the creator through our intercessor, and you might have a chance. Maybe. There's no guarantee. Shit happens. You know, I say that because the same individuals that claim they have this big, close relationship, something happens in their life, a tragedy, whatever. First thing they want to do is they want to blame God. I want you all to know something about this blaming God. You know, I want you to know. Something I've come to realize, God's not listening to a single one of your goddamn complaints. Do you understand? He does not hear you complaining about anything. I need you to think about that. There's no way for your prayers to get to the Most High God. There's no way that your sinfulness will approach perfection by any means. Will not happen, cannot happen. You're wasting your fucking breath. Now, something on your mind? Pray to the Creator through the provided sacrifice. You might have a chance. I hope I'm making myself clear. Stop telling people you and God are buddies. And stop parroting that Christian bullshit in here. I'm not having that. Slave religion can leave. Right up there with slave food. You know, you and them fucks think, give me a break. Stop. Everything that is our history in this country needs to be wiped from our memory. Think about the impact of that. If we started from the premise that we are Hebrews, a royal family trapped within this country, surrounded by our enemies, our natural enemies, but still expected to act accordingly, representing God Almighty on this planet as we are expected to do. Can you imagine the impact of that? What I'm trying to get all of us to understand is we are different. They know we're different. No, we're not special. Stop. Not by the definition the morons put as special, as to put above somebody. No. No. We are set apart beings, a people of special possession. So much so that the Creator provided the sacrifice to reconcile first to us, then to the Gentiles. It's all right there in black and white in the very history book they use to falsely worship God. Yeah. Let me explain. And I'm going to put this just plain, okay? When you and I pray to the Creator of all things through Jesus Christ, through Yeshua, it doesn't matter the name. That's stupid. Like, it's really dumb. But when that happens, that's us actually praying to the true God, Abraham. That's why it's on my Twitter. God of Isaac, Abraham, Moses, the true God. Now, most other tribes, not races, tribes, their gods are gods with a little g, who have affected their society, given them representations of themselves to prostrate themselves before, some with multiple hands and feet, some with the heads of elephants, some they've told to worship cows and stuff. Right? It's cool. We'll get it all straightened out. It's not condemnation, it's just confusion. Our job, our purpose, the purpose of those set apart by the Most High is to spread true worship across the globe so that the kingdom of God reigns on the earth. That's what's going on. It's very simple. Now, I know that some don't want to hear this, but this is the truth. It's why things are getting so agitated. It's the approach of that circumstance that drives men wild right now. The warnings of asteroids approaching the earth, solar flares, all of these things, whatever that is that's affecting, whatever's outside of us, I don't care, whatever you want to call it. There's something affecting the outside atmosphere beyond earth, pushing matter, pushing all things toward us violently. And it's going to get worse, creating earthquake, all sorts of things. And the fact of the matter is, it's being reported openly. Now, that activity, coupled with the activity we see here on this planet by certain segments of the population who are parroting a continuous and current theme throughout, all resembling one another, all having the same common ideology, the same common values, the same import of their identity and its superiority above everyone else on this planet. Doesn't that strike you as odd? That the folks that are supposedly in power are rising up because they are in power? What's going on? I don't understand it. Not a God of confusion. It's order. Everything's in order, and everything is coming in order. If you look, put each of the pieces together and look at the picture as a whole, for God's sake, this is something is driving these beings to do something in response to something they anticipate. The best way to put it. Now, I'm Doug Rice. And again, the United States at this point in time is resembling pre-Nazi Germany. The new Hitler may not be seen just yet. May not be Trump. Could be Josh Hawley. He is looking like a straight madman, a maniac. He's not right in the head. And all I'm saying to brothers, sisters, Hebrews, as I rant on for however many minutes I'm here, is to just steer, be attentive, be aware, control, watch your surroundings, control as best you can the energy, that not only the energy that you emit, but the energy that you accept. I made a big mistake of shaking somebody's hand a few days ago. I'm going to tell you something. Don't do that. Not today. Protect yourself. Guard your energy. It's not rude. And here's the thing. What's it going to hurt? You stop touching people just for a minute. Especially with all this fucking COVID going around, right? Exchanging shit. None of them are right in the head. None of that ever been spawned this. There's a problem. There's a problem, but it's specific to a specific tribe. I don't think it's everybody. It's just the effect. And it seems that Esau is in everyone. His seed is everywhere, purposefully lightening up everything for some reason while they steal our women. This is a war we are in, brothers and sisters. And I'm not calling any fucking one of you to arms because you can't do shit. No, that's not how this is going to be dealt with. We've had the examples of the Most High coming to our aid. It's a fact. It's not only in scriptures, it's in secular history. A small group in the middle of this continent able to defeat large armies through some supernatural occurrence. Folks, they know who we are. Do you understand? And what's interesting is our oppressors used to be our neighbors right below us. And then they migrated to the Caucasus Mountains right above us. And I've said it before, in those mountains, they put themselves in great danger. I mean, they were already a little bit, but some enhancements were applied. Things were done. Things are still being done. Folks, come on. Is it not odd the things that Negroes are suffering in this country today? Some new shit occurring. Petitions to bring back slavery. I don't understand that. They in their schools. I don't understand that. It's just, to me, amazing. And brothers and sisters are more or less happy that, to me it's a cry for alarm. Well, and here's the thing, Mackley, you can simply be and cause an effect. You can just exist within their orbit, and the energy that you unwittingly transmit can result in some sort of action, some sort of aggression. And you wonder, and it's like, and we're the ones that are painted dangerous. Well, there it is. All right. This is Doug Rice Show. I'm Doug Rice. I neglected to turn my damn fan on. I'm looking crazy, right? But I feel good. I watched news today. I got informed. Politico. I did want to tell you that Politico is awesome. Oh my God. They've got some really good stories on Politico. I'm at this 42 minutes. I've done 2 shows today. This is my second show, and you hear my voice. I just wanted to do this YouTube live because first, and thank a donor. Somebody donated money to my Cash App account. I truly appreciate it. Oh my God, that was awesome. It was so good to get support from brothers and sisters, and we need to support one another, protect one another, treat one another well, regard one another well in public together. It's a striking scene to see brothers and sisters together, in unison, not unified. That's not our job. That's up to the Most High God who's on their way. But it's just, I think we need to do this. I do indeed. All right. So everybody having fun? Speak, brother. We don't belong here. We don't belong here. This ain't our property. Some of y'all act like you live in this motherfucker. You belong here. No, you don't. This is stolen property. This is the biggest land grab in the world. I've never seen no shit like this. You look at this I fly over this country now. I'm able to fly. That's right, folks. If I told you I'm independently wealthy, that's right. And I don't fly. Look, I got the fucking Microsoft flight shit. Okay, I bought it. It's like $50. They're real terrain, real time, real terrain. And there are hidden pockets of wealth throughout this country kept from us intentionally, purposefully. Blow your fucking mind. The shit that they got built out where you wouldn't think anything is. And there it is. Secret shit. And you know what? All secrets are going to be revealed. The Creator's going to reveal all secrets. All the shit we don't know, we going to know. We going to find out. That's going to be fun. So we'll stand by for that. I do appreciate everyone being here. I donate to, thank you so much. You donate, I have a Patreon account, patreon.com/Doug Rice, 2 4-lettered words. And of course, I've got the ever-present Cash App, which is $Rug Dicer. And Rug Dicer is where you go to Twitter. Any news articles I talk about, I simultaneously post on the Twitterverse. It's a must. It's also in the description. All right. Hey, I'm losing my voice. I don't want to lose my voice. You guys have a great evening. Take care of yourselves. Keep your head on the swivel and avoid caucasity. And whatever you do, you get that goddamn grin off your fucking faces. Sorry, I had to end with a bang. Peace.